Okay, I guess we are live. At least I hope so. Hi guys, let me know please if you can hear me, if you can see me. I welcome you on this incredible event. We are celebrating the fact that we are 5,000 people now in our Journey to Grandmaster community. I'm very happy about that. And we have a tournament today to play. We still have some time, so hopefully yeah, people will come and we are gonna have a wonderful event. Um, Thank you very much for being with me. Let's see what's going on here. I still have my big camera, but I'm gonna change it, of course, to Lichess to be able to play the tournament, and I will be commenting the games. Hopefully, I'm gonna get some interesting questions from you. So yeah, let's see if it's gonna work out so far. Let me open up our tournament. We have 10 people in our tournament. So yeah, it begins in 2.5 minutes. We're gonna have 90 minutes of lead chess arena, 3 minutes plus 0 seconds increment. Well, kind of a normal blitz. So yeah, I have pretty much never played an arena tournament on lead chess before, so it's very fascinating to me to take a look how it looks like. And in general, I haven't done any streams for quite some time, so yeah, let's see. But in every case, I'm very happy to be a part of this community, to yeah, lead those, so to say, this community, to help you to become better at chess. Hopefully, you are becoming better. You can let me know in the comments what kind of a progress you have achieved in the recent months. So yeah, hopefully we are gonna have a great day today. So let me open up the comments as well somewhere, so that I can see you. So 1.5 minutes. Remember to join the tournament, because I guess it's not such a huge problem. You can still join also when we already start, but still it's better if you join before the tournament so you can play all of the games together with us. So yeah, waiting for it to start, waiting for your questions, and let's go for it. Let me update my page here. Okay. So hopefully everything is working. Hopefully you can hear me, because it's pretty tough for me to check, but at least I see the picture is working. Let me switch it now to the Lichess mode. I need to update my camera here, because the first round is about to start. Yeah, okay, now it's working. Now you could see the table here. Everybody has 0 points, but it's gonna change, of course. Right now we have only 4 people live though in our tournament. That's not that great, because I guess people who are not there will get some yeah, some losses. But hopefully everybody will come. It's only 15 seconds left, so yeah, let's see how it's gonna be. I'm gonna get my first opponent, and I'm gonna make sure that everything is working here. Okay. Fertig machen zum Start. Yeah, okay, now I have my first opponent. Yeah, and you see the board, perfect. And I even have a first move. Okay, so let's play. Yeah, you can see the nicknames, everything is perfect. Let's go on. Bishop g5, very interesting opponent here. Thank God it's not a London with bishop f4. So I play normally what I'm doing always, knight b to d7 at e5. Pretty good setup. At some point I might even play e4, so white is taken on e5 immediately, but that is also making the job easier for black, I would argue, because you're exchanging this d4 pawn, which is very strong in the center of the board, for a d6 one, opening up also this bishop, so it can't be that bad for black. But of course white's position is incredibly solid, and it's gonna be very, very difficult for me to somehow get through it, somehow get something going on. But for now, I'm playing as black, of course. I need just to equalize the position, and I guess I'm doing a good job making that. Meanwhile, of course, feel free to ask any questions in the chat. I will be happy to communicate with you. Ask your questions, share your thoughts about the positions, about our channel, and so on. Okay, knight to d2. I guess the queen should be developed now. C7 is a good square in terms of protecting the pawn. H4, yeah, the bishop is going to g3, that is very interesting. So let me prepare for that and put my rook on e8 so that I have enough defenders for that. Rook to c1. Rook to c1 is a little bit unclear for me what the rook is doing there. Whether you want to play c4, but if you do that, yeah, then it's weird, like why the pawn was on c3 in the first place. But still, the position is incredibly solid. I have no idea how I can create something out of it. Maybe I should play b5. And after c4, I'm gonna play b4. Let me try that. a4, I have a6. Thank God the rook is no longer along the a file, so it's not a big problem. Okay, the knight is going to e4, so my opponent wants to exchange some pieces here. But I guess I'm fine with that. Just bring another knight to c5 with a tempo. That's always great. And of course, I might have some difficulties with the e5 pawn, but hopefully I can deal with that. Let me see if you have any questions. Not yet. Queen to c2. Okay, do I want to play g6? I guess I do. Because the bishop might come to f5 with a tempo, of course. That weakens a little bit the dark squares, but I guess I can live with that. By the way, we are playing with the time. I have only 1 minute and 17 seconds on the clock, so I should probably be a little bit faster. Okay, but bishop f5 is still a move. And the rook, the queen on c2 doesn't really have that many good squares to go. So that is pretty good for me. If it goes to the d file, wait, I don't have rook d8. Just notice that the bishop is there, waiting for the rook to come. But okay, the queen goes to b2, so I can go to d3 and just get a pair of bishops. I like that. I mean, pair of bishops is always great. Also, I kind of stopped the c4 idea with that because, well, that could be something for white. Now it's not an option. Rook to d1. How do I proceed? I guess just bishop c4 for now. Also knight d2. Another option is e4, just cementing the bishop on d3, but has some drawbacks too, like giving up this d4 square for the knight, and also the diagonal. But let's go for it. That's the most active option. And 33 seconds, I really need to speed up, because otherwise I'm gonna just lose. Yeah, but now I control those squares. Yeah, bishop is a little bit annoying. And let's play a4, a5. Want to open up a file to make my rook active. Yes, that's great. Let's double the rooks. Maybe bring the... yeah. I should have played... wait, bishop d3 wasn't possible because the rook was under attack. But now it's possible. Where should the queen go? The queen doesn't really have any squares to go, so that means I'm just winning the queen here. But I have only 20 seconds on the clock, so it's still very, very difficult for me to convert my advantage that fast. Let's see if I am able to do that. I need to exchange as many stuff as possible. And as fast as possible, of course. Oops. Wait, I need not to blunder the checkmate somehow. So maybe create some luft for the king. Yeah, that is very, very scary. Now I'm protecting the f6 pawn, so that's great. I'm taking the bishop. Now I'm pretty confident that should be easily winning. Let me take. I'm threatening a checkmate. Yeah, but this guy is now taken. I'm gonna promote another queen. And that should be finally enough. No, not yet. Okay, now checkmate. Okay, back to the tournament. So what do we have? I have 2 points. Somebody else has 1 too. I have red socks. Okay, so I'm waiting for my next opponent. Let's see if we have a game going on here. Second mate plays against Vertui. Sorry, I can't pronounce that. But black has an extra. No, wait, white has an extra exchange here, and a lot of pawns as well. 4 against 7. Wow, that's a lot. So white should be definitely winning in this game. Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm still getting my opponent if I'm here watching this game instead of playing my own game. Let me see if that is something I haven't checked. Stream on lead chess doesn't really work. It should be. Why? Yeah, because our stream is working, but fortunately lead chess is not working. Not sure why that is the case. Anyway, let's continue the tournament. I want to get another game, another opponent. Let's see. Meanwhile, a couple of minutes late. Okay, now I have an opponent. Let's play d5 this time to make it a little bit different. Oh my god, London. Okay, let's try to make it aggressive with c5 and let me read the comment. A couple of minutes late, but still want to congratulate you on such a great achievement. Won't be able to play today. Thank you very much, Konstantin. It's a pity you can play, but still, thank you very much. You are commenting so often, and of course, I appreciate it a lot. You're always welcome on the streams, on the videos. So I'm attacking the pawn on b2. Hopefully that's gonna be dangerous. Yeah, queen c2, but now the pawn on d4 is vulnerable. Of course, I don't need to blunder my my bishop on c8. Maybe I start with takes. Then I play knight c6. But I'm really wondering why my stream on lead chess doesn't work. Because I specifically wanted it to be working. I made myself to be one of the streamers on lead chess, and yeah, I have no idea why it doesn't work. They say it should work automatically, but apparently it doesn't. Don't have any time to check that, of course. Because that would be also interesting to get some people from lead chess to our community, but yeah, doesn't work. What can I do? Okay, queen goes to d2. So now knight b4 is an option. Knight a3, I guess. And then something on this diagonal might happen. Let me start with knight b4. Because also I have an idea of knight f6 and knight e4. Okay, let me get back to the comments, in case you have written something down. Feel free to share your questions, your thoughts in the comments. That would make our event more interesting. And I'm kind of blundering bishop b5 check. That's going to be annoying, because either I need to bring one of my pieces back, or I need to play king d8, which is even worse. Yeah, so let me play. Wait, it's even worse than that, because I'm also blundering the knight on b4. That is really, really bad. So I guess I have to play king d8 then, to be able to play e5 after queen b4, attacking the queen and the bishop without a bishop d7 check. Yeah, but that's the opposite of what I wanted. I guess that's the price of not paying enough attention to your chess game. Never do that. I'm just kind of multitasking here, trying to understand why lead chess is not showing my stream. talking to you guys and playing the game simultaneously, and that ends badly. But okay, that's still a very interesting position here, because queen b4, I have e5, I'm attacking the queen, I'm attacking the bishop, and nothing is clear there, but my opponent is probably making even a better move. The only question is, maybe I have knight c2, but yeah, knight f7 is also a huge, huge threat. Yeah, there are just too many threats there. Knight is hanging. Knight is hanging. Okay, let me play knight c2, just deflecting this knight away and taking away this bishop on b5. But I'm gonna lose the rook there, so it's gonna be very, very dangerous, but I don't think I really have a choice. At least this knight would be away for some time, and I'm gonna have 1 or 2 active moves. That is my hope. And he's not castled yet. That is always something that might help you. Okay, knight e4 or maybe rook c8. Rook c8, just knight h3, and see a good follow-up. So let me start with knight e4. By the way, maybe e5 was an interesting move there too. Just opening up this bishop. Yeah, because now queen b4 wouldn't be possible. My hope was to play queen d3, attacking a lot of stuff, attacking the knight, threatening queen d2 if he takes on b7, so that might be something. I have 26 seconds on the clock, so that is, as always, very difficult game, but feels like I have some chances. Now b5 check. Yeah, but maybe queen b3 is a problem, yeah. How do I proceed from here? Don't want to exchange the queens. Let me play knight takes f2. Stake. And now it's just a question who's gonna be faster, basically. And I also have, oops, less time on the clock. Let me make some pre-moves. Wow, that's that's crazy. I just flagged my opponent. That's not the way it should be, but well, you have what you have. Let's go back to the tournament. I'm on streak now. Okay, so while I'm waiting for the next game, let me once again try to take a look at why the chess stream doesn't work. Yeah, I hoped to be here on this lead chess thing, but no idea how to make it happen. Yeah, it says that my stream is, oops. Wow. That is this thing to half your time. Well, now I have to be very fast. I didn't intend to do that. But I guess it's gonna be even more interesting, but I have to be very, very fast with it. Let's see if I can do that. Instead of talking like I'm doing the whole time, to just make my moves as fast as possible. And basically that is a very good opening because it's clear what I should do. Just attack, just create some checkmating attack here, but yeah, very tough task. And I'm also playing against a very strong opponent, so that is making it even more difficult. So I really shouldn't have done it. You can take on e5, taking on h7, king f7, takes on e5. I guess I have quite a lot of compensation there. 2 pawns and the king is very exposed. But otherwise it's difficult, like, okay, he goes for it. Takes. Can sacrifice back, of course. It's knight takes e5. But if you take twice on e5, I'm gonna have queen h5 in the end, winning another piece. Otherwise, if the bishop going somewhere, what is my plan? The bishop going to e7, I can give another check because the king can't go anywhere, basically. And if the bishop goes here, by the way, attacking the knight, what should I do? I guess still rook f1 or rook f3, following up by queen h4. The king doesn't really have a lot of squares to go. Let me use this rook because the rook on h3 is not really active, whereas this rook is protecting this very important c2 pawn. Yeah, now he has to sacrifice a piece. That is very good for me because I win a piece back. Right? And that's with a check, so he doesn't have any time to take this pawn. And I guess c3 is the best move now, just to push this bishop back. Maybe I could have done it before as well. Yeah, that is dangerous, by the way. But I'm okay now in terms of material. Maybe it's equal. No, I have an extra pawn, actually. Good. And if he goes bishop d6, I have this check, winning the rook, basically. So doesn't really have any choice except for, yeah, exchange the queens. Not sure. Yeah, let's take with the rook. My bishop is a little bit passive here, but my rook is active, right? So now I can attack somehow. Maybe c4 was a better choice, but I can still do it now. Wait, the pawn on h2 is hanging. Not that it's like the most important pawn, but it's still hanging. Let me protect it. We are equal in terms of time, that's already very good. Has the tournament started? Yeah, of course, it's already going on. And feel free to join it using the link in the chat. Wait, what was the move? Knight b6. Okay, so I can take it. Or maybe not. Maybe rook c2 is coming. Knight c4. Yeah, f5 is a very good move, by the way. Maybe I should have waited for knight d5, but rook c2 was very annoying for me. That is why. That is why I did that. Well, now I get those pawns running. That is really cool. Yeah, but this pawn is going on. That is very annoying. Okay, now I got rid of it. And I have 27 extra pawns, so that should help. And this d6 pawn is very, very strong. Wait, how do I use it? It's not the right way. Ah, no, that's also not the right way. Oops, I blundered my rook. Yeah, he's gonna flag me. Definitely. Maybe not. Yeah, I flagged him. Wow, that's a crazy game. I shouldn't have taken that per sec it's called, or whatever it's called. Okay, but the tournament is going on, that's great. Mouse stuck in the end. Yeah, that happens. I mean, you should have won this game, at least based on the time. I was just lucky there in the end. Okay, I joined now, but no game. You should wait just a little bit and you're gonna get a game going. How to increase thought process, my rating stuck in 1300 elo. Well, that is, and which is important piece for you? That is kind of a weird question because all of the pieces are important, and the most important thing is to make it working like together. Not one piece, not a few of them, but all of the pieces working together. That is what brings you the real power. Okay, I have a new game going here. I guess that's, yeah, that's the same guy that wrote in the chat. So nice to meet you. Let's play a great game. We have the Philidor again here. I'm just kind of making the Philidor moves automatically. And then I'm just realizing, okay, maybe I could have played something else, maybe next time. Anyway, people tend to play bishop g5 today. Quite a normal move, but since I'm playing bishop e7 no matter what, I guess this bishop on g5 is not that effective. Okay, And of course, feel free to ask your questions in the chat. So back to the question, how to increase thought process my written stack in a certain ELO, certain 100 ELO. Well, at this point, yeah, I guess understanding those main principles is so important for you. And hopefully my videos help you with that, because I tell about all of those main principles so often in my videos, like developing all of your pieces. That is exactly what I'm trying to do now. All of my minor pieces, except for the bishop, have been developed, and fighting for the center. Incredibly important in chess. Fighting for the center. I guess knight e4 is possible. I'm not blundering anything. Yeah, so of course, if you have something tactical, if you have something like knight e4, then you might wait a little bit with the development, because, well, not every day you just can get a free pawn. But otherwise, your main task in the opening is always to develop as many pieces as possible, as fast as possible, and as active as possible. Afterwards, yeah, of course, you have all of those ideas, like making sure your king is safe, then activate all of your pieces to attack, find out what are the weakest spots for your opponent, and of course, get some attacks there. Yeah, my opponent is gonna get some initiative here. I guess I should exchange that, because otherwise knight on f5 is very annoying. And now the rook is coming. How should I deal with that? I'm not even sure, to be honest. Maybe king h8 and f6. Just to protect the pawn on e5 is another pawn, and then hopefully you can't do anything with that. Also, knight e4 with some ideas would be there. King h2, that is kind of a weird move. Didn't expect that at all. Now I have time for knight c5, that was my idea. Yes, but I'm asking about rook versus knight, which is powerful piece and which opening you play often. Well, you have this basic mathematic of chess, where you got a pawn is a pawn, a knight is kind of 3 pawns, like roughly you can estimate that. Then you have the bishop, which is normally also 3 pawns, but personally I would say that's a little bit more, something like, I don't know, 3 points, point 25, because in most of the cases the bishop is a little bit stronger than the knight, and you need to be aware of that. But in general they say, okay, knight and bishop are both 3 pawns. Then you have the rook, that is 5 pawns, but in my childhood I have learned that the rook is rather 4.5. I'm not really to argue that, it's I guess not that important, but what is very important is to understand that, of course, rook is stronger than the bishop and the knight in most of the cases. Of course, there are always exceptions, but in most of the cases, that is the situation. And two minor pieces are always stronger than the rook. That is also very important to remember. And also, even rook and a pawn, even though that would be 6 and 2 minor pieces also 6, 2 pieces are almost always stronger if we are talking about the opening, the middle game. In the endgame, it might be different if that pawn is very, very advanced. Okay, what about this game? This queen is coming to h5. That might be very dangerous for me. How can I stop that? I don't see any real threat, to be honest, right now. So maybe I can just continue my plan with rook d4. I mean, the pawn on f6 is very good, protecting everything, covering all of the important squares. In general, I have an extra pawn. By the way, very important principle as well. If you have some extra material, exchange the pieces. So for me, here it would be the best thing to exchange as a queens. I don't have such a possibility except for going queen e8, which I don't want to do for now because I have more active moves. But in general, that is a very good principle to remember and to master. Okay, and which opening I play often? Well, exactly this one that I am playing in this game, the Philidor defense. That is the opening I play the most, and that is a fantastic opening for black. I can sincerely recommend it, but you need to understand it to be able to play it properly. That is also true. Okay, I guess knight c5 is a move now. Takes. And I guess I can even take that, although, yeah. Okay, white has no time. So let's go back, but that was a good game. And I have no idea. Okay, because I took that half the time thing, I have got 5 points for the previous game instead of 4. I shouldn't do that because then I don't have any time to talk to you. So, no, you're not that bad. I mean, of course, you have missed some of the ideas there in the game, but in general, we played quite a normal game. And what I'm wondering is still why there is no stream here on my page. It says offline. Why does it say offline even though the link is working? You go through this link, you can see my stream here, but for some reason on Lichess it doesn't work. Okay, I play against Harry here. Hi Harry, let's play a good game. Let's play the Queen's Gambit, Knight c6. I generally am not a big fan of this move, Knight c6, before you push your pawn, because even though it's possible, people often don't really understand how to play it. Let's see if you know how to deal with that. Well, that is definitely not a way to deal with that. Knight b8 back, like, never make moves back and forth, because that is just making your development so bad, like you haven't developed any pieces at all, and that is not the way you play chess. Now, also particularly in this case, I have an extra pawn. I have so many strong pawns in the center. I mean, that is a disaster start of the game. That, and of course, a dream for white. So never repeat that again. Okay, so I guess I have answered that question. Hi to everybody who are coming. What is your favorite past chess player? That is always a tough question because you have so many good players and all of them have some advantages and disadvantages. I really like Mikhail Botvinnik, for example, because for me it seems like he was an incredible guy. Losing those World Chess Championship matches, I guess 2 or 3 he lost, and then he won the very next year the revenge match and got back his title. I mean, that is something incredible. And the last time when he lost, they just canceled this rule that you have this right to revanche, to take a revanche next year, and that is why he never came back. So that is kind of an incredible story. And also he played very, very good. So I really liked the way he played positional, but a lot of tactics as well when needed. So he was a very balanced player. Okay, knight a4. I have here so many prospects. Bishop g5 is coming. And just an extra pawn, a healthy extra pawn that can never be bad. Although, maybe f-file would be helpful for black. Yeah, I like that you have some discussions in the comments. That is very, very important. Go on with that, and of course, feel free to ask more questions. Bishop a5. Not sure whether this move is somehow useful, because from b4 this bishop could go back. Now it can't. Into c8. Okay, I guess I need to speed up a little bit. But when I look at the skin, I mean, that is very painful. Knight to c5. I'm not sure that that was such a great move. Maybe queen... Wait, queen c2. Should be careful with that. I don't want to blunder knight b4 fork. Now I can do that. Okay, now I can take another pawn. Wow, king to f7. That is very unexpected. Then let me... Wait, you want to take probably on f3, so let me somehow deal with that. Okay, you take anyway. So now, yeah, bishop takes d5 was on my agenda. Let's bring the queen, bishop h5 check. I mean, that feels scary for black. Yeah, now the game should be over. Right. Okay, thank you very much for the game. Let me, maybe I need to press some button here, but I don't see any button. And I have also read that it should work automatically. If you know, guys, how it works on lead chess, maybe you can help me with that. Because I have no idea how it's supposed to work. What I see is it doesn't work. And yeah, all of the other guys are having their streams, and I don't. There's no starting time or something like that. Some reason it just doesn't work. Okay, let's go back to the tournament. Sorry, brother, you can say again, chess player, I couldn't listen. It was Michael Botvinnik, the World Chess Championship from USSR. He was the world champion in 50s, in 40s, I believe, as well. After the World War II, he won that tournament, which was not a match because there was no current World Chess Champions. So they played a tournament with like 4 people or 6 people or 5 people, and he won that tournament and became a World Chess Champion. And then he wanted. He won so many matches there. He was very long on top of the world. So definitely one of the strongest guys in chess history. Okay, I have some kind of Sicilian defense without the pawn on e4. No, that's not a Sicilian. I have no idea what kind of opening. Maybe that is Larsen attack or something like that. The move b3. But I have a pair of bishops. That is always great. What is your favorite chess player? Share it, please. Very curious to know. I have been on a massive tilt lately and have been losing every other game. I was 1800 on chess.com, I guess, but now I'm stuck at 1600. What should I do? Well, that is a very hard question to answer. First of all, if you feel that you're on tilt, of course, you should make a break. I have that too. I'm also a person, so that happens to everybody. Just try to take a break, do something else, and then when you are fresh-minded somehow, go back and continue playing. That is first advice I can give you. Then, of course, maybe you should try to work on your chess. Maybe you should take a look at your games, analyze your games. That is number one thing that will always improve your level, no matter how strong you are. Even if you are either a beginner or a Magnus Carlsen, analyzing your games is always a very helpful thing. Like here, my opponent played queen g3, which is blundering a bishop, because knight h5 is a double attack here. So you analyze the games, you're trying to understand why you're making those mistakes, why my opponent played here queen to g3. Apparently, he wasn't really paying attention to opponent's possible answers, because if he would think a little bit about some ideas, what the opponent can do, he would immediately find this knight h5 idea, I'm pretty sure, and then he would never play queen g3. So paying attention to your opponent's ideas and threats and plans and targets, it's very, very important, because you never play chess alone. Okay, now bishop e3 seems to be winning a pawn. Maybe knight takes f4 is also working, but I guess that's an unnecessary risk, which I'm not obliged to take. Although, maybe it had some sense as well. Yeah, and of course, take a look at the videos I have created for you for such a level. I have so many useful tips in my videos, so definitely take a look at those. The ones I analyze my own games, of course, I personally think very useful to take a look at, because I explain my entire decision-making process from move to move, what I'm thinking about, how I'm thinking about the moves, how to find the right moves, how to think about your opponent plans, and so much more. So that could be very, very useful. Okay, now it seems like this knight on g5 is a little bit lost. It has no moves to go, so h6 might win it. Although my bishop also has no moves to go, so that is a little bit double-edged there. I don't know. Rook e1 is coming. g4 is a very weird move. We have played rook e1. Wait, I have 24 seconds. I always forget about the time. That's my problem, so let me be as fast as possible. Want to open up the diagonal for my bishop. Oops, he might play c4. Let me just step back. Let me exchange. Oops. 19 seconds. I really like Lee chess in terms of those pre-moves. You can play really fast when you don't have any time. That helps. But with 15 seconds on the clock, it's really tough. Although we are already in the endgame, so all I need is to promote my pawns. I need to stop this one as well. Okay, now it's time to promote the queen, and yeah, checkmate is also coming. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much for the game. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's go back to the tournament. So we have like 7 active people here. Okay, 8 active people, and 2 of the players have joined the tournament, but unfortunately are not participating. Okay, if anybody is coming to our stream just now, it's not too late to join our tournament. You have the link in the chat. Let me paste it again. Have it right here. I'm gonna paste it in the chat. Just go to this link. Wait, it doesn't work somehow. Maybe let me. Does it work? Let me paste it one more time. My favorite players: Stockfish, Bobby Fischer, Rashid, Mikhail Tal, Leonid Stein, Jose Capablanca to make my move. Paul Morphy, Garry Kasparov, Judith Polgar. Well, that's a very nice list of people. I guess you really like people who are very sharp, who are making all of those beautiful combinations, and it's difficult to argue with you. That is always very spectacular to follow. But it's not everything in chess. I mean, sometimes you can enjoy those positional games, positional combinations, some maneuvers, even more than a fabulous tactical thing. But yeah, I agree. I enjoyed that as well a lot. Highest rated player you have ever beat? That's a very good question, which I have no answer to. I recently beat quite a lot of people on chess.com in those, either in the Title Tuesday tournaments or in the in just in Blitz. I have beat Jeffrey Shonk in Title Tuesday. That might be the highest one because he's around 2700, and that was an incredible game. By the way, there's the Philidor defense, and I just crushed him with black. So that was a fantastic game. I have made a video about it, I believe, at least on my channel. So that might be the one. Okay. Hi to everybody who is joining just now. Feel free to join our tournament on Lead Chess because we are celebrating today 5,000 subscribers on the Journey to Grandmaster channel. I'm very happy about that. Of course, well, if you are here for a long time, you know that in the beginning the growth was incredibly fast, and with the time it got slow. I guess that's the nature, that is how it works. But still, I'm very happy that today we have 5,000 members of our community, and hopefully it's only the beginning, because, well, it feels very inspirational for me to help you to become better at chess. So yeah, today is a very good day, and we are playing those games, having some fun here. G5 is never a good move, like never make it, because you're given such a great square to the knight. Also, you are allowing me to exchange this very powerful bishop. I mean, that is your main piece. You should never allow this exchange, and that is what's happening here. I mean, the knight on h5 is so great that I'm even thinking maybe I should not exchange it that fast, but yeah, hard to say. Yes, let's take and just go on, because otherwise I'm gonna lose on time. Knight g6, knight e5 is a very, very good idea. My knight is somehow stuck here on c3. And I'm not sure how I can continue the attack. Yeah, the knight is still coming. Let's play h4, maybe like that. Maybe I should have done it immediately. Because I have watched all their games, they are different players in their times, they don't use engines. Yeah, that's true, of course. Chess has... Oops. Queen is hanging. Don't want to exchange somehow. Chess has changed a lot, and now it's a completely different thing. Yeah, I need really to speed up, because first I'm in trouble, second I don't have any time. Third, I'm talking too much. Maybe knight a4. I mean, I completely control the light squares, but doesn't give me much. Knight on e5 is great, but so far not that dangerous for me. Ah, wanted to go to a4. No, I can't. Maybe I can exchange that. Now I can win a pawn. Maybe I can exchange that knight on e5. Wow, I'm in trouble. I'm in big trouble. Wait, he's also taking the pawn. Oops. Oops. Don't have any square. Oh, that was also a mistake. Also, rook f7 I can take. I can take the rook. 10 seconds. Wow. Yeah, I just flagged my opponent once again and completely lost position. But that was a very, very good game from you. So yeah, I'm very happy that you're playing so great. Hi, can I also play? Of course you can play. Just use the link that you can see in the description of the event, in the chat. Go to Lichess, join the tournament and play together with us. You're very welcome. Okay, we have more people taking part. That's so great. The only thing that's very painful for me today is that Lichess somehow doesn't work in terms of the stream. Yeah, doesn't work. Still offline. Why am I offline? You have the link here. The link is working, but for some reason, Lichess doesn't see that. Okay. Anyway, let's go on. Go on. I was Harry who you played earlier. Just want to say good game, very bad opening from me, but enjoyed our game. Thank you very much as well. Fortunately, I already don't remember what was the opening there, but yeah, I definitely remember playing against you. Thank you very much as well. Hope you enjoyed it. Very chaotic game. Yeah, that was, but your knight on e5 was really great there. I mean, it was not possible for me to get rid of it, and then it's very, very difficult to somehow fight against. Here we have the English opening, quite a classical one. e4, yeah, quite a responsible decision. Of course, a normal one. I want to place my knight on c5. Bishop e3. I don't know, whenever I see bishop e3 without the move h3, it's very tempting to play knight g4 and just achieve my goal. Although, of course, you're gonna play h3 and then come back with your bishop, so it's kind of back and forth thing. Okay, you ignore that. Well, I'm happy to... You know me, I'm a simple person. When I see a possibility to get a pair of bishops, I always do it. And I also feel that tactically, in the end of the day, there are some difficulties for white here. Yeah, check. And I'm taking another pawn. Yeah, that was a bad strategy, allowing black to exchange this bishop. And also, there are so many unprotected pawns. So now I'm winning third one. Hopefully, I'm not blundering my queen somehow, but I have an e6 square. Knight e2. I guess I should just escape with my queen. I mean, queen d3 is also possible. That's a very active move, but I don't know, feels like the queen is kind of weird there. So let me just get back. I need to somehow activate my pieces. It's good that I have a lot of extra pieces, but if I don't use it, it doesn't bring me anything at all. So remember, not just to win extra material, but to use it wisely. Or at least use it. Maybe I should take more of those pair sex things. Make it even more entertaining for you. But then I don't have any time to talk about stuff. Is 6. I don't know, somehow I need to bring those bishops into life, and the rook as well. Maybe knight c4, just want to exchange stuff. Feel free to ask your questions. Maybe I could ask you a question. What do you think about the Journey to Grandmaster channel? Maybe you have some ways, some tips for me to improve it, some types of content that you would like to see on the channel, or some ideas, what else I could make for you that would be interesting for you. I would be happy to hear your thoughts about that. Okay, finally I got my pieces developed, but unfortunately my opponent has no time left. And yeah. But anyway, thank you for the game. It was very good for you up to the point you allowed me to exchange the bishop. Okay, let me maybe update, because sometimes it happens that I don't see the comments. Okay, no comments, no game. For all of the people joining, hi there, welcome on the Journey to Grandmasters, a place where you can improve every aspect of your chess game. And today we are celebrating the event of 5,000 subscribers on the YouTube channel. And of course, playing this tournament. I play with you. I comment the games. I help you to become better, hopefully. Well, that's somebody new here. Von Vertanian. Not sure what kind of language is that. Feels a little bit like German, but not sure. Maybe Dutch. The chess doesn't have a country. Okay, we have the King Xinyan defense. Very good. Interesting opening to play b3. That is a move I normally play. You can do analyze my subscriber games. Not sure what you mean by that. Maybe you mean that I could analyze my subscriber games. That is what I did quite a lot in the recent videos. I hope you enjoyed that. I might do it as well again sometimes, but yeah, doesn't feel like something new. That is already what I'm doing. Okay, now my opponent switched to the d5 setup, which is a little bit not the real King's Indian. That feels a little bit more like a Grunfeld. And with a waste of a tempo, because you play d6 first, now you're playing d5. Normally you don't want to do that. But your position is still very solid, obviously. Not sure what is the point of the move knight h5, maybe just to open up the bishop. But it allows me to play e4 to get some space in the center, and I like that. Always when... yes, German. Okay, nice to meet you. As I always... as I also live in Germany, ich spreche Deutsch, and yeah, nice to meet you. F5. F5 is a very double-edged move, because now this e5 square is weak, this e6 pawn is weak, this bishop on c8 is very passive. Normally, you also don't want to make moves like that. I mean, if you get your knight on e4, yeah, that might be interesting. But to do that, you need to play b6, which is gonna weaken your entire diagonal. But that is still a valid idea, b6. Knight d3, knight d4, I mean, that's interesting. Maybe I should go knight d5, because opening up my bishop feels good. Okay, because I'm not able to get what I'm doing. Mistake, my puzzle rating is also good, but stuck at 1300 elo. Yeah, if you can't understand what your mistakes are based on your games, I mean, you analyze it. Of course, you can use the engine for that to see when you make those mistakes, but it's still not that simple to understand the nature of those mistakes. Maybe you can take a few lessons with a coach to trying to just understand that very point, so that the coach can tell you you need to work on these things, and that's going to help you to progress. That if a good coach can help you a lot. A bad one could even make it more difficult, so you should be careful with that. Not sure why I took with the bishop. Guess I should have taken with a knight to save the knight, but my opponent doesn't want to exchange it. Either way, that's good. Not sure, bishop f3. Yeah, let's just put it on g2, just to have some squares, just in case. Yeah, now I want just to bring my rook. Wait, now it's kind of nice, because your queen is trapped there on d8, having these squares, and that is gonna be very, very painful for the queen. Okay, thank you very much for the game. Let's go back to the tournament. Yeah, we have 18 players in the tournament. That's very, very good. Hope I am very happy to see all of you guys playing. See who's gonna be my next opponent. And of course, feel free to ask your questions in the chat. By the way, I'm about to upload the videos from the World Chess Championships that I have played recently in Düsseldorf in Germany. That was an incredible event when I had the opportunity to be in the same place with the best of the best, like the 6 of the best 10 players in the world were there participating in the tournament, and many more, of course. And not only that, but I had a chance to play against them personally. I have played in the with Nihal Sarin, and the video about this game is gonna be published tomorrow, I hope. I have played against Fabiano Caruana. That was also an incredible game, an incredible experience for me. So yeah, stay tuned to the updates on the channel because that's something special for me. I have never taken part in such an event before. Let me take this per sec now. Okay, let's play e6 and d5. c6, I want to fight against this bishop and maybe take on c4 at some point. Update the chat. Okay, b3 just protecting. Yeah, that's a good thing. But now I'm gonna switch the strategy and play d4 against this bishop. Because now I kind of control the center. Hopefully I'm still in time to protect everything. Okay, one, I have f6 on my agenda. Yeah, and even though I'm behind in terms of the development, I really control the entire center. Hope that's gonna help me. Bishop, I guess bishop d6. Knight d7, castles. Knight is going to b5. I guess in this case I'm not really afraid to exchange my bishop because all of my pawns are on the dark square, so the bishop has nowhere to go. I'm okay with exchanging it. Also, bishop b8 following up by a6 was also a legitimate idea. Wait, I forgot that I don't have any time. I need to be very, very fast. That is something I can take. The h3 pawn is not protected. Yeah, I might lose the b7 pawn, but I hope it's not that important because I can start some attack. Okay, now let's take. Let's play rook e8. Yeah, now I have some weaknesses. Wow, I'm about to blunder the fork. Yeah, I can go back now. So maybe rook d8, maybe rook f8 back is required. Yeah, I have to finish my development, that's for sure. Hope finally those attacks are over. By the way, f5 is a threat now. At least I hope so, I don't see any tricks. Yeah, helps. But knight b4 might be an idea. Wait, now f5 or maybe, yeah, maybe b7 is annoying. Now f5, finally, because it's double attack. Seems like I'm winning a piece. Okay, knight b4. Oh, that is very important to protect. So it's never too late to lose a game. Always remember that. Yeah, I'm losing a pawn, but not a game. Check. Okay, I'm happy to exchange the queens, obviously. b5, and the king can't really get closer. I mean, king c2 is possible, but now king is very passive. Always remember to take all of your opponent's pawns so that you are not losing on time, but in this case, I had quite a lot of time. Okay, hi guys. Feel free to join the tournament. Just go to the link in the chat or in the description of the stream and you're gonna get to the lead chess page with our tournament. Join it and feel free to play with us. Okay, let's play something else. Let's play g3. Now we still get pretty much the same thing. Okay. g4, 95 with a tempo. That's what we like. c4. That's c3. Yeah, now the pawn is really under attack, so let me play c5. I understand that's a responsible decision, and sometimes it might be not that great from a positional point of view, but hopefully I'm gonna be able to maintain the entire pawn structure. Because I get a lot of space, that's the advantage of that. But if somehow those pawns begin to fall, then I'm gonna be in trouble. Wait, do I have the move e4 here, or would it be too much? Maybe it would, because just an exchange after like one exchange, then a second exchange, and all I got is a weak pawn there. So maybe e3 instead. Attacking the knight, and still everything is very solid. I have a puzzle for you. You play as white. You have to make 4 moves to check him, but black copies your every move. That's difficult to understand at least. While playing, I have 4 moves. I have to checkmate, but my opponent is making all of the same moves. So let's say e4, e5, knight f3, knight f6, knight takes e5, knight takes e4, bishop c4, bishop c5. Ah, wait, if he plays bishop c5, it's not a checkmate. Yeah, it's tricky. You have to think about it. Let's protect that. Yeah, but it's a real puzzle, like there is a solution to it, right? Because I hate it when you're struggling to solve something and then you discover that there is no solution. Okay, I pretty much control all of the sender, all of the board, and I'm even attacking on the queen side. So as long as all of that is solid, I'm good to go. I want to play bishop d2. Okay, he takes. Yeah, I'm not sure, because if I take with this pawn and get the d4 square for my knight, if I take with that pawn, I'm not sure what I take, or what I get out of it, so let me take with this one. Yes, there is a solution. Then I have to think about it. Okay, let me bring the knight. Even if he goes knight f5, I guess I can still go knight d4, exchange it. Okay, he goes bishop f5, that's quite unexpected. Just with an idea to exchange, okay. Yeah, why not? Let me take and play queen c2. I guess you want to sacrifice, because otherwise I don't get why you need to play h4. Because now you don't have any knight f5 ideas. Only if you want to take, but then I take it back. Okay, f5. That one I guess I should take. Because now the g file is opened. I And the f5 pawn is also kind of a weakness. Yeah, let me just double. For now, feels like I have so much more space. But of course, if you're gonna exchange everything, that would be a pity, but I guess I'm pretty fast with my threads. Oh no, there is bishop takes e5 check in the end of the day. Yeah, that is a real pity. Maybe I start with e6 first. Ah no, but now you block. Okay, let me take. Okay. Yeah, I spoiled it somehow. Now it's all about the time. Okay, I flagged you again. Well, yeah, that was a tough game. Somehow it felt pretty simple in the beginning, but then it wasn't that simple. Okay, give me a quick break for just a second. Okay, I'm back. Let me go. Whoa, I have 3 seconds. Okay, I'm in time. Let me see the comments. You're just crushing everyone. Well, sorry for that. Just playing like normally, trying to chat with you at the same time. So far, I got lucky too, because in so many games, I basically just got lucky. I was completely losing, and then I won on time. So it's not like I'm a beast destroying everybody, just maybe a little bit stronger. Okay, now we have a very symmetrical position. Frankly, pretty boring, but let's see. Maybe 94 would make it more interesting. Answer the puzzle. Well, if only that would be so simple. My problem is whenever you may move the knight from g8 or the queen from g8, you cannot give a checkmate. So I really have to think about it. Yeah, I mean, that is very symmetrical. I'm 1700 in Blitz, I stacked. Well, you're very welcome to take a look at the videos on the channel. There are so many good ones for you to improve. So many tips and tricks and whatever it can be. Yeah, but the puzzle, it was given to by an AM too. Yeah, no question about that. Very interesting puzzle, but it's very difficult to think about it while trying to play the game and comment it as well. F4. Wow, this that is something incredible here. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm back. Get H1. Can I play d4 and bishop b4 and just get this pawn? Yeah, I understand that this bishop is going to be active. Okay, let me start with a move h5, maybe. I don't know. To be a little bit annoying for the opponent. Just crushed him in endgame. Well, yeah, when black took that bishop, that was a mistake because the pawn endgame is very, very difficult for black from the pawn structure point of view. But in general, it was not that clear that I'm gonna be winning there. Also, I didn't have any time, so I just had to play on my instincts. But thank you very much for your comment. Queen to b3, so can I take this one? c4, I guess, is a problem. Yeah, I might just play bishop b5 instead takes, and then I'm attacking both of the pawns. Let's go for that. 40 seconds. I don't know why I'm always so slow. That's the same for me in the classical chess. I get into trouble, into time trouble so often, and then I get into real trouble because of that, so I really need to play chess faster. Okay, now it's really time for grabbing this pawn. Oh no! The bishop is under attack, but I'm protecting it. Bishop f1, wait. Hopefully I can get out of it. Bishop f1, queen f3 check, bishop g2, bishop e2. And now if you take, it's a checkmate. Otherwise, I'm also totally fine. Okay, rook e1. Yeah, now I can just go back and enjoy my extra pawn. Well deserved. I mean, look at this bishop on b2. So miserable. That is a type of a positional game which I enjoy so much winning because, yeah, that is... Sometimes it's worth more than some beautiful combinations. Okay. Let's wait for the next game. The chess still doesn't work. How to make it work? Feel free to ask your questions. Yeah, the puzzle. I have a little bit time to think about the puzzle. So e4, e5. Maybe it's not e4, e5, but what else? Let's say something like queen h5, queen h4. By the way, what if I take one of your pieces? You can't really copy my move anymore. What do you do then? Or is it considered to be illegal? Oh, not gonna play e4, but let's try c4. Or maybe b3. Yeah, d5 is generally not a good response to c4 because now I have 2 pawns in the center against 1, which is not that great, but maybe I have some idea in mind. Okay, we still have 14 minutes left in our tournament. I hope you all guys enjoy it. I do, because, well, it's nice to play against you. It's nice to understand what kind of challenges my subscribers have, what kind of level you have, and so on. That would help me to make more relevant videos for you in the future. Because it's always like a struggle for me to find that balance between not making it too easy and too complicated, so that it's useful for the majority of you guys. Okay, so e4, I guess the pawn is untouchable because of this check. Okay, that is a fair point. Now you get some kind of activity here going on. Yeah. But a pawn is a pawn. I mean, can't deny that. Bishop e2. Yeah, of course I agree that d4 square is a very, very important thing and you're happy to control it. But whether you can get something else out of it is questionable. Let's see. That's illegal. Also, we are playing again. Okay. Yeah, we are playing against each other. Okay, e4, e5, queen h5, queen h4. But what if I give you a check? What do you do in this case? Is it also illegal? I guess it is, because you can't make me any checks, right? How could I give you a checkmate without a check? Yeah, that the puzzle feels tricky. But something like that is good. I mean, it helps you to improve your imagination. Check is also illegal. Something else, another example of such a puzzle could be like you need to, the blacks, you have 4 moves, and the blacks rook has to be on e1, so where the king is. But it should be all legal moves. You cannot take the king or something. Yeah, 4 moves you have. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 moves, and you need to get for the black's rook, anyone you can choose from the starting square to e1. Yeah, I guess you're very, very slow. You're very slow, maybe because you are writing those comments in the chat instead of playing the game. Because the game is very far from being over. You have an extra pawn, you have some kind of compensation. Although maybe not anymore. Night before, so I have to play a3. Wait, something is wrong with those pieces. Queen c2. Yeah. Okay, thank you very much. I have 50 points. Yoo-hoo! You play as white. You play as white. You have to make 4 moves to checkmate him, but black copies your every move. Because if you play for black, maybe that would be... No, wait, that wouldn't be simpler at all. Yeah, I guess that would be my homework. Okay, d4. d4, that's the move I'm stuck with for almost 20 years now. Yeah, you spent your game typing. That was a mistake. Yeah, this a6 is always tricky. Let me try not to take. I normally always take, but just to check what happens in this case. Now I don't want you to play b5, so I'm playing a4 to stop that. Yeah, and if I play e4, you have bishop b4, which is quite annoying. So I'm gonna play e3. takes. Yeah, now we have kind of normal queen's gambit accepted when white has isolated pawn. But I guess at some point I can play d5. Want to make castles first? And maybe even bishop g5. I don't know, just throwing random moves in, trying to see what's going on. Because, yeah, now I have some ideas. Now I definitely want to play d5. Because bishop d7 feels weird. I was expecting rather knight d7. Yeah, I have seen that queen h5 doesn't work. But the problem is I don't know what works. Queen to c7. Okay, now everything is hanging. The e6 pawn is hanging, the knight on f6 is hanging. And the bishop on c4 is hanging. So pawn takes, queen takes, 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 and you have the bishop hanging. I like that. My bishop is protected. Let me take. Yeah, bishop takes, pawn takes. I'm not sure how to continue because the knight is protected. Bishop is protected, and this pawn is not allowing me to get to the d5 square. But the pawn is weak itself. I can continue with rook e1, just developing normally. Yeah, I'm really upset about this chess streamers thing. Hopefully till next time I'm gonna figure it out somehow. Queen takes c4, okay. Have to take. Oh, wait. Actually, I could have taken this guy instead, but that doesn't make any sense. Okay, what's gonna happen now? I like the move rook e1, just developing another piece and attacking that piece. Yeah, so bishop e7 and then bishop b4 was kind of waste of a tempo. But now I can take this guy, even play rook. Wait, I can just play d8 queen. That's something weird happening. Something very weird. The bishop, after bishop e7, bishop d8 was absolutely a must. Now it's just over. Rook g4, queen g8, checkmate. Okay. Check. G8, checkmate. Yeah, still feel free to ask your questions. I'm very happy to answer it. Let's go back to the tournament. I guess the last game is left for me. Sorry guys that I haven't really given any chances to you to win the tournament, but it is what it is. Let's see if I get another opponent. I'm not sure what happens when the time is over. Do you still play the last round, or is it like automatically over immediately? Not sure about that. Anyway, it's been a pleasure to play with all of you. Maybe I could take a berserk now and then have a chance to finish the game in time. But I don't have any games, that's a problem. That's a problem. Ah, it ends. Okay. So that means that I don't get... No, I do get another game going on. Let me take this one. If my opponent does the same, then we definitely are in time to play a game. If he doesn't, then let's see. I'm gonna be as fast as possible. Let me make this challenge for this game. Wait, it should have taken with another pawn, but doesn't matter. Now we have the same opening as before. Not sure if it was the same opponent, but I definitely had this pretty much exact position. 96, this knight can be trapped there, so yeah. But now it was just lose of time. I'm really curious to get this game done before the time is over. Wait, rook c8 was possible. 2 minutes left. Okay, now I'm winning another pawn. I have 2 extra pawns here. Let's see if that is enough. b7. Oh no, my battery is over. You don't see me anymore, unfortunately, or at least I'm frozen. Sorry for that. Don't have any chance to change it now. Okay, but I won the game. That is really great. Okay, let me go back to the tournament. And I'm gonna be back in a second. Okay, I'm back again. And yeah, let's see what we have here in the tournament. We have 30 seconds left. Somebody is still playing. Let's take a look. Yeah, I guess this game has no chance to be finished in time. So we are gonna see our table very soon, and let's conclude the tournament. It was a good day. Bye. Yeah, thank you very much for being with me today. I'd sacrifice the queen, but it doesn't matter, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, uh, White resigned, so even this game was there. Okay, so I'm lucky to be in the first place of this tournament. Yeah, could even see this. Second mate is placed second, so congratulations on that. And Dan Andy is placed number 3. Also congratulations. And yeah, that was a very nice tournament today. So thank you very much for being with me. It was nice to celebrate this event. I'm really happy to have so many people in our community, and hope it's just the beginning, just the start. I hope to be as useful for you as possible in terms of making the videos, helping you to progress in chess. And of course, I'm gonna continue doing that. Not sure if you have any remaining questions. Thank you as well. I have got a personal message on Lichess for participating, and yeah, I guess that was a cool event. Thank you very much, and see you in the next videos. Tomorrow is the first video from the World Chess Championship. That would be a very cool game to take a look at, so don't miss it. See you. Take care. Bye bye.